Sergey Brin decided is Steve Jobs, and Google Glass happened. But it was an unmitigated disaster. Just like the laptop was the next thing after the PC, and the smartphone was the next thing after the laptop, Sergey thought Google Glass was going to be the next thing after the smartphone. But the market felt different. Google Glass was all technology but zero social sense. People point at China and say, look, all those surveillance cameras in the streets. But Google Glass was going to be surveillance camera on everybody's nose. It didn't matter that you were not recording. If you're wearing Google Glass and there were people who knew what that was, they assumed you were recording. That's not a good feeling. Google Glass was an abject social failure. And of course, most people didn't know what it was. But there were people who were wearing Google Glass, walking around, and it looked like you're talking to yourself. A social failure, but also a technical failure. The battery didn't last that long. So, well, even for the tech enthusiasts who were, socially challenged, it didn't work. The weird part is nobody, or very few people, probably nobody, gave that honest feedback right inside Google. Sergey, founder of Google, multi-billionaire. So that might have created that white noise space where people are not giving him feedback before a billion and a half was already spent. And then of course one fine day Sergey felt ready for the world. And he decided to show up in the capital city of the world, New York City. And he donned his Google Glass and went to ride the subway. And of course, he got mistaken for a homeless guy. A homeless guy who is talking to himself. Imagine some dude on the subway. He's by himself and he's talking to himself. How would people react? To his left, to his right across from him? So somebody who doesn't know, does not see that, okay, there's a guy that's wearing a Google Glass. If you don't know a Google Glass is a Google Glass, you think, okay, so there's this dude who is wearing a broken glass. His glass is broken, he has used something to put it back together. But, you'd collect a few quarters. So, you're wearing broken glasses, you're riding on the subway by yourself, and you're talking to yourself. And so you come across as somebody who is harmless, struggling, and possibly very, very smart in a way that had not worked out. Actual reality beats augmented reality. But that did not stop Mark Zuckerberg from donning a helmet.